What's up, YouTube? Ugrassang, and I have a very special deck profile for you today. It is my Orichalcos deck that I haven't shown you guys in a while. It has been seriously updated, and I've actually started doing the Orichalcos challenge with people. Some of you might be familiar with it, from MCO40, who also did it. Basically, you just have, you play against someone, one game against someone else. They play advanced format, you play, technically it's traditional, but I cheat a little bit with that. And then, if they lose, well, you have the seal, you take their soul. I've already claimed one soul today. One of my friends, which I'm actually going to be making soul cards. Like, it's just going to be like these, like, little slips of paper, but nonetheless, they still look pretty nice. I don't have an example on me. I did make some examples, but I don't have them on me right now. They're locked away somewhere. Anyway, but yeah, I did capture a soul. I haven't made his card yet. Well, actually, I haven't printed it out yet. But it's ready to go. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm just going to show you the deck, and I'm going to try and, go over it as much as possible. 2 Q-Tora. Okay. This guy, pay 500 to special summon him. All damage, battle, or effect is reduced to 0. So typically, while you have the seal, you're going to want to put him in your back row of monsters and just have monsters in your front row. Because you want him to absorb a lot of damage before he's destroyed. Because when he's destroyed, you get Shunros. And Shunros' attack is equal to the amount of damage Q-Tora absorbed. And his defense is just 0, just because that's the way it is. And when Shunros comes out, he also brings his arms, Dexia and Aristaros. And just as a little fun fact, Dexia is actually, it means right in Greek, and Aristaros means left, also in Greek. I just thought I'd share that with you guys, because I learned that at my Greek class. So yeah, that's just some fun facts about Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway, Dexia is your attacker, and Aristaros is your defender. So Shunros, you want to put him in the back row, and these guys in the front. Dexia's attack is always 300 more than the monster it's battling. I know the card describes it better. This card's attack becomes, when this card battles an opponent's monster, the attack of this card becomes equal to either that attack position monster's attack or that defense position monster's defense plus 300 until the end of the damage step. But when you have the seal, he's gonna have 500 attack, so he's always gonna have 800 more attack. And Aristaros is your defender, so his attack doesn't matter. But when a monster attacks this, his defense becomes equal to that monster's attack plus 300 until the end of the damage step. Now, when Shunros is ever destroyed, it takes its arms with it, unfortunately. But, and his arms, nothing happens to Shunros when his arms are killed. But if they can kill Shunros, his arms will die, and focus sucks, and I say that every time. We get the Divine Serpent. This guy, level 10, like Shunros, this guy's a fire reptile. He has infinite attack and defense. So with the seal, he'll be infinite plus 500. No, I'm just kidding. It's just infinite. Now, when this guy comes out, your life points hit 0. And you discard all the cards in your hand. However, as long as he stays on the field, you cannot lose. No matter what. So, you're thinking, okay, you have an infinite attack monster. What can I do? First of all, he's not immune to spells and traps. At least not by himself. His one major drawback besides that, I mean, you can kill him with, spells and traps, and once he leaves the field, I lose. However, big thing with him is, for him to attack, I have to mill 10 cards. That's a lot. So, if he comes out late game, I'm probably not going to get to attack with him, and I'm just going to have to grind it out with something else. So, he, in a sense, is useless, but still, he can be good. Next, probably my favorite monster in the deck, Orichalcos Gygus. This guy is a real motherfucker right here. Fucking glare. Whatever. Whenever he is destroyed by battle, card effect, if he's sent to the graveyard, if he's banished, if he's returned to the deck, it doesn't matter. When he's destroyed, he's immediately special summoned with 500 more attack points than he had last time. So, his attack, he gains 500 attack times the amount of times he was special summoned by his own effect during the duel. However, it will reset if he's like compulsed or something like that. Which is unfortunate. However, really, he's just like, he's not as good as you'd think he would be, to be totally honest with you. The main strategy with him is that you put him in your front and him in your back, and then you just crash into things, and the battle phase won't end. You just attack, he dies, special summon, he's stronger now, he can attack, and Kitora will absorb all of it. So, you know, if you need to get to Shunos, or Shunos is going to happen, then Kitora can make him big. So the 2 Gygus, he's really good. Also, he's a great first turn set, 1500 D. He only has 400 attack, and, I mean, with the seal, he goes to 9, which doesn't really matter. 1500 D isn't terrible, and when they'll attack, it's just like, oh, it's a Gygus. Then he comes back. So, he's like your Spirit Reaper on crack and heroin and acid. Okay. New guy. Probably haven't seen him. Orichalcos Soldier. This guy, he's level 5, 1900 attack, 2000 defense. Level 5, that might seem kind of weird. However, if you have the seal on your side of the field, you can special summon him right from your hand. Now, once per turn, you can destroy any face-up monster on the field. This does not target, so keep that in mind. He doesn't target, so yeah, it's pretty fucking broken. But his other big thing is that whenever he attacks, or anytime he battles, rather, all of your opponent's monsters lose 1,000 attack permanently. So he's pretty good. And you know, play 3, why not? He's a free special summon. You're pretty much always going to have the seal on your side of the field, so he's almost never dead. And, you know, with the seal, 2,500 or 2,400 attack, that's not bad, with a pretty busted effect. Mirror Knight Calling. Now, where's my deck bot? I don't know where. Okay. I'm an idiot, it's right next to me. Okay. Now, with Mirror Knight Calling, see, we have these cards too. I'll talk about that in a second. Mirror Knight Calling, it is the ritual. However, you only play 1, and I've seen a lot of people in, you know, their builds, they play 2. I don't know why. The ritual card, which, by the way, I got the effect of the ritual, the spell card itself, I actually got that from Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki. So I didn't make this up, because its effect says I can special summon this guy from my hand or deck. So that's why you only play 1 Mirror Knight. Now, 0 attack, 0 defense, obviously 500 with the seal. He's level 6, so it can be a little tricky to get him out to tribute monsters, but I mean, a lot of the time you'll draw into it like a dead Divine Serpent or a dead Shunro, so it's not usually a problem. But when Mirror Knight Calling comes out, you get 4 Mirror Knight tokens, and that's what these are. These are my tokens. I know, they look awesome. You get 4 tokens, so you want to put these guys in your front row, and you want to put him in the back, usually in defense. I mean, if you have Kitora, I guess it doesn't matter, but he's not going to be attacking. Now, these guys are especially good with the seal, because they'll already have 500 attack. Now, as you can see, they're dark, level 1, 0 attack, 0 defense. Again, with the seal, they'll be at 500. That's very important, because when they battle a monster, until the end of the damage step, they gain attack equal to the attack of the monster they're battling. So they'll always be 500 stronger. Now here's the other thing. When they come out, they each get a shield counter. None of them can have more than 1. However, when any of them would be destroyed, you can remove a shield counter instead. Now once per turn, and by the way, if this is destroyed, you still keep the tokens. The tokens don't go with it. But you want to keep him on the field, because once per turn, you can put a shield counter on every Mirror Knight token you have that Deuteros, the second layer, which I'll explain in a little bit. So that's Mirror Knight Calling. It's really fun. Now, like I said, this is technically traditional format. However, I am cheating in one way, and that's because I'm playing Triple Tengu. And the reasoning for that is because you really just need him. He's so good. He's so much fun, and he kind of fits in with the theme of kind of like Gygas, who can keep coming back. And Tengu isn't quite as good as Gygas, but he's still Tengu, and we love him, and he should have gone to 3 on the list, to be honest. Because why not? One Magician of Faith, which is now unbanned, which is kind of weird. But yeah, Magician of Faith, I play a ton of spells, so she's pretty good. And Zangan Witch, because these guys help search out for Gygas and Kutora, Magician of Faith, if you want it. And, you know, that sort of deal. So, these cards are good. Also, they're hella good with the Orichalcos ritual while they're on the field, because, like, if you just, you know, have, like, a witch or something, you can tribute this and something else. I know I keep putting this out of frame. You can, like, tribute this and something else for your Mirror Knight Calling, and you'll get a super big plus, because that would be, I believe, that's a 1-for-1, and then you'll get a plus off this, and then you'll get 4 monsters, so you're going to be plussing about 5. And if you have both of these on the field, for whatever reason, I don't know why you'd ever have both, that's like a +6, at least. It's at least a +5, because, I mean, you're getting a new monster as well as 4 tokens that can't really die. Anyway, onto the spells. This is going to be a really long video, by the way, which I apologize for. I'm already at 12 minutes. 3 seal. I'm going to try and speed this up as much as I can, but I make no promises. Seal of Orichalcos. The activation of this card cannot be negated, and once it is on the field, it is there to stay. This can never leave the field. My friend asked me a good question. Can another field spell be played? And I'm going to say no, because, I mean, in the rules, only one field spell can exist at a time. So, yeah, there's that. All your monsters gain 500 attack. Obviously, you get a second row of monsters. So basically, you get your first row, your second row, and your spells and traps. There is some debate whether your spell and trap zones also function as monster card zones. But for the sake of, you know, it's my deck, I'm going to say no. Monster spells. Different. So that's that. Also, another thing with the seal, it's also a hand trap. You can discard it from your hand to negate the activation of any card effect and destroy it. Another thing I was talking about with the tokens, Orichalcos Deuteros. Why this is so good with Mirror Knight Calling? Well, first of all, it replaces the original seal. So you just, while this is on the field, you just send this, and then this becomes the new seal. This card's name is treated as the Seal of Orichalcos, and it gains, all of the seal's effects, including it can't be negated, destroyed, yada yada yada, 500, back row. What this card also does is 2 majorly important things. At the beginning of your main phase 1, you gain 500 life points for every monster you control. These guys, that's 2,000, plus Mirror Knight Calling, that's 25. You're probably going to have a Kutora, that's 3,000. Maybe Gygas or Tengu, 35, 4,000. So you're going to be plussing pretty hard. Also, another cool thing about this is if your opponent declares a direct attack, you can discard a card to negate the attack and destroy the monster. That's pretty awesome. Now, Tritos. 3rd layer of the seal, you play it over Deuteros. Well, when Deuteros is on the field, you send that to the graveyard and replace it with this. Its name is still treated as the seal, but it gets both Deuteros and the original seal's effect. But it also has another major bonus effect, which I usually don't like to play my Mirror Knight Calling, and I like to hold off on Divine Serpent as long as possible, even though that hardly ever comes out, until I get this, because this card is amazing. All of your monsters are unaffected by spells and traps. Enough said. Like, that's so good. So I'm just going to move on. 2 Terraforming, you really need to. It gets everything. It makes the deck go round. 2 Chosen Destiny. Okay. Pay 1,000. You can either add any Orichalcos card to your hand. It doesn't specify from where, so from anywhere. The second effect allows you to destroy any face-up Orichalcos card, ignoring all other effects. So you can destroy the seal, if you're losing, to save your own soul. I guess that I haven't needed that yet. 1 Eye, it's basically a continuous version of this, except you can't destroy. It just once per turn, pay 1,000, add an Orichalcos card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. I considered playing more than one, but I found this is all you need. 1 Orichalcos Mirror. This is the ritual card for Mirror Night Calling. It doesn't have any other super special effects. It just brings out your Mirror Night Calling. Why am I only playing 1? Well, it's an Orichalcos card, so you can search it with any of these. So enough said there. Now we get into the real brokenness. I mean, besides what I've showed you thus far. Mischief of the Time Goddess. I got this from Robbie Cole. Although this was used in the anime, but he used this in this deck. This card. Skip a turn, and it becomes your next battle phase. So, you have all your monsters out. I just grabbed this. Swing, 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 whatever. Mischief of the Time Goddess. Make that final push, skipping your opponent's turn, and you get another battle phase. And another main phase too, for that matter, so that's pretty good. The Pillager. Another card from the anime. This card allows me to look at my opponent's hand, select a card, and add it to my hand. No cost, just instant plus. Well, I mean, I guess it's not really a plus, but, I mean, you get to look at your opponent's hand, so that's worth something. I shouldn't have to talk anymore about that card. 2 Magical Mallet. You can just imagine some of the hands I get with this deck, so this card helps out a lot. Now for draw power, we got an Olla de la Codicia. It's my Spanish LOB, Pot of Greed. But yeah, Pot of Greed, draw 2. Instant plus. Graceful Charity. Oh boy. Card of Sanctity. As we all know, this card does exist. However, its effect is horrible. I turned this into the anime version, as you can see. Both players get to draw until they have 6 cards in their hand. So, fun times with this. And then we got Reborn, Dark Hole. Yes, this is better than Raigeki because you can get a plus off of these guys. I mean, it doesn't really affect Tengu or Gygas or anything because they'll just come back. If you need to kill Kytora to get Shunros, there's you go. You need Shunro. You need to kill Shunros to get your Serpent. Fine, go for it. Keep in mind that Tridos makes your monsters unaffected by your opponent's spells and traps, not your own. So there's that, and then a Harpy's Feather Duster because I can, and I don't have room for Heavy Storm, but I'd probably play one if I had the room. I only play 4 traps: Judgment, Warning, Crush. I sadly don't have a Crush. I traded mine off years ago. But I still have this, Ring of Destruction. With Kytora, you'll just, it won't affect you, and if you kill Gygas with it, it does destroy any monster, so kill Gygas, free pluses for days. So that is the very long Orichalcos deck profile, and as I said, I am doing the Orichalcos challenge with friends and, anyone at locals who wants to participate. Basically, if I win, I'll take a picture and I'll make a soul card. And, if people beat me, then they can choose one of the soul cards to set free. Or keep it if they want, if they don't want to set it free, they can keep it. But yeah, that is the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is something a little different. Just because everyone's, talking about the new format, what's going to be good. So, I thought I'd just kind of lighten the mood here and show you guys something that maybe you haven't seen. Maybe, or at least not too often. This is a really, really fun deck. And something that really bothers me about this deck, everyone takes one look at it and is like, no, that deck is too good, I don't want to play, I'm gonna lose. Okay, guys, first of all, some busted cards, but doesn't mean I'm gonna draw them, and it doesn't mean they're gonna work the way I want them to. So guys, this is just for fun. Stop being so self-centered, like, oh, I'm just gonna lose. Well, maybe not self-centered is right, the word, that is quite, the right word, but just stop being so stingy, You're not going to lose necessarily. You might not. It's just a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Just have fun. Just stop being such a bitch about it. So, that's my quick little ramble on that. This video is way longer than I wanted it to be. But, yeah, there's that. Just a look at my Orichalcos decks. Just something I've been having a lot of fun with. So, thank you guys for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. I'm still only at like 35 subs. Guys, what's going on? I'm trying to make it to 100 subs, and if I do, if I can make it to 100 subs, then I'm going to do something really special. So, I don't know what that is yet, but I will figure it out. So, thank you guys for watching. Peace out.